everybody. Thanks for joining us. Today we're going to have just a little conversation. Christy and I kind of get you guys up to date on what's going on. We do have, as you can tell, we do have a boat. So stick around and we'll fill you in on what's going on. Thanks. For like the last couple months, we haven't posted any videos for anybody because we've been in the process of buying a boat, and we did not want to influence the process at all by putting anything out that someone might be overly sensitive about or anything else that was involved in the negotiations. So, what happened, babe?
I would say this is the most difficult purchase we've ever done. So, most of all, insurance. We don't have boating experience. That is why we moved here, to get some. And so there were some delays with insurance. But it finally, in the end, we were told this guy could get it for us, and he came through. It just was a time-consuming process.
Are there any other delays going on?
There were.
Well, let's talk about that delay for a minute.
In the beginning, the sea trial could not be completed. You want to talk about what the challenges were with that?
Sure. So essentially what happens on a sea trial is you bring in a surveyor, and he really looks over the boat pretty thoroughly. And part of that process is that the boat is hauled out of the water, and he basically runs around all over the entire thing and taps it with a hammer. Well, I've got some footage of some of that we'll incorporate into this video. Well, as they pulled the boat up, a strut that holds the prop shaft and stabilizes it was completely sheared off and broken. And it took a month for them to kind of decide what was going to be done about it, and then another month to get a new strut manufactured. Because all the struts on boats are all different, because the hull shapes are slightly different, distances from the prop shaft to the hull, a ton of things. So it's not like you just run out to Boat World and pick up a strut for your boat.
Well, the next step is we're going to have it hauled out on Monday.
What's today?
Well, tomorrow, so January the 9th, we'll have it hauled out, and the boat yard will come over and bring their captain to pick it up and take it over for some fiberglass repairs and several other things that were on the list. All things are repairable, so anyone that's worried about us thinking the boat is going to be in great shape, and it's been floating ever since we've moved here, so I don't foresee any challenges. It's going to be better than it was. All the repairs will be completed. We negotiated the cost down to cover those repairs, so it's a win-win situation.
We will be in Kemah, Texas, at least until the soonest we would realistically leave on our own will probably be the second week of October. It could be as late as a year from today. So that's what's going to happen, because they don't just let anybody get out. And now you hear of people doing it, but they're probably doing so without insurance. And that's usually, those are the people you usually hear about and read about. They have horror stories about getting into outrageous trouble and causing serious damage with other people's boats. And that's part of what insurance is trying to help out as far as taking care of that.
And trust me, Jay will not put us in harm's way. He's like the safest person I know.
Well, thank you. Oh yeah, that. Like I said, and my approach to all this, it would be different if it was, and I'm not being sexist here. It would be different if it were four guys and two of them had sailing experience and two of us didn't. That's 50% of the crew. It would be different if we were doing that than Christy and I going out and attempting to do this. So we have met some wonderful captains and wonderful people while we're down here, and there will be no shortage of people willing to take us out. Hopefully we can get out at least once a week, maybe twice a week, get out in the bay, get some experience, see exactly what this boat will do, how it's going to handle in various situations. And I would like to, I think we can pull it off, get at least one of those captains to, when Elon shoots off his big rocket down in Boca, it's about a day and a half, maybe a 2-day sail. And I would definitely like to go down there and get some footage, not only for us, but for you guys. And go down and see that. If not the first one, maybe the second one. The ultimate decision on when we leave and how we go and how we do it, the weather is going to dictate that more than anything else. Because hurricane season is roughly for around here. Let's go June to about the end of October. Rarely do you see a hurricane come through after October 1st, but officially it ends, beginning of November. And we will not, even if we get a captain that signs us off, in April. I think it's far safer for us to be in a well-protected marina in Texas than trying to get out on the water or any islands or anything else, where essentially the only support network we have is the kindness of other sailers instead of and the Coast Guard, and maybe not even the U.S. Coast Guard. So we'll have to definitely look at this and be prepared and think through this. So anybody that was worried that we're just going to run off willy-nilly and sail off into the sunset, you can rest easy that we're going to be thinking this through before we head out. So let's talk about the boat. What is the boat?
It's a Hunter 430 monohull.
What year is it?
1998.
How big is it?
43 foot.
43 foot long and 14 feet wide. Now this is not our boat. It's a little B-roll I picked up while I was down in Port Aransas a while back. This is a giant floating building. If you've never been up close to one of these, you try and avoid them in a sailboat at all cost. Thank you all so much for watching. Thank you for liking the video and subscribing. We should have 2 more videos coming out within the next couple of weeks. One will be a tour of the boat, and the other one will just be a regular update, and we should be getting those out on a more consistent basis now that we've got the negotiations finished on the boat. Again, thank you so much for watching, and hope you liked it. Till next time.